Hey, what's going on, guys? Eric Pitt here, back with another video. So this video is about something else. Well, you probably saw the title, but how I'm starting to sing Joe Logano, but now I hate Denny Hamlin. So I've actually slowly, last couple of weeks, ever since I made those hate videos about Joey Logano, I thought about it, and I felt like that feels like in 2023 and in 2022, starting in 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 2023, I feel like he has matured. He's hardly ever wrecking people anymore. Uh, he's hard. He's hardly being the entitled, selfish baby that he was. He was. That's what I feel like is going on with Joey Logano. And to me, don't get me wrong. To me, I think having 3 kids has something to do with it. So I am getting used to Joey Logano. On the other hand, though, let's talk about the other driver that I'm talking about in this video. Denny Hamlin. He needs to grow the fuck up. Denny Hamlin is about the same age as my mom. I think Denny Hamlin is actually younger than my mom. I think Denny Hamlin's like 43 or 42. Be right back. 42 years old is how old Denny Hamlin is. Sorry, had to go look it up. I couldn't remember how old he was. Yet, he has 50 career wins in the NASCAR Cup Series. But let me tell you how he got 49 and 50. He wrecked somebody for both of those. Kyle Larson clearly had a faster car than Denny Hamlin at Kansas. And he turned Kyle Larson to the outside wall at Kansas. And in Pocono, he did the same thing to Larson. He did something kind of better than what he did in Kansas, but he still put Larson in the outside wall. In which allows Larson to lose a bunch of momentum, even though Larson had the bigger momentum to win in Pocono. I think if Denny Hamlin did not do that to Kyle Larson would have won in Pocono this last weekend, and would have finally gotten the stress from not winning it from 2 years ago. Because let me go ahead and tell you what happened 2 years ago in Pocono. So this was back when NASCAR decided to do a double header for the Pocono races, which I would not mind one bit if they bring back. I actually like having a double weekend at a track. I would not mind if they do it with Pocono or Pocono, Michigan, or Dover, the 3 tracks that were doubleheaders in 2020. I would not mind if they at least do that one more time. I enjoyed them. But anyway, on the Saturday race, which was 130 laps, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 130 laps. In that Saturday race, Larson was literally leading on the last lap. On the last lap of the race, Kyle Larson was leading, but blew a tire in turn 3. His teammate and smacked the outside wall in turn 3 in Pocono. And teammate Alex Bowman ended up being the victor. The same guy he was just battling literally 3 laps before. And he raced Bowman clean. And that's the kind of driver Kyle Larson is. And that's part of the reason why Kyle Larson became the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series champion. Because he was consistent all of 2021 with 10 race wins. You heard me right. 10 wins in 2021 for Kyle Larson. And I thought that was impressive after basically sitting out all of 2020 due to suspension. Okay? But yeah, I would have think that would have pulled off the weight of Larson's shoulder if Larson did get the win in Pocono. But no, Denny Hamlin decided to put him in the outside wall. And this is also, Larson's not the only driver that has gotten wrecked by Denny Hamlin in 2023. There's at least 2 other instances I can think of. If there's more, please let me know in the comments that I can think of in 2023 that involved Denny Hamlin. Let's go and talk about the first evidence, Phoenix. Now, this one kind of pissed me off because I was it was the last lap and Hamlin lost so much momentum, and that he decided to take Ross Chastain, that he not like wrecked Chastain, but he more or less made Chastain lose momentum. They both fell back together. I think they made contact even, to where Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain ended up wrecking. No, not wrecking, but yeah. Now, if there's another incident that I'm forgetting between Phoenix and Kansas, please let me know. But Larson actually, knowing Kyle Larson, he's probably gonna do something to Denny Hamlin eventually. Because if Denny Hamlin does not stop the bullshit, because Ross Chastain was doing some bullshit too, but Larson put a stop to it. I feel like in Darlington a few weeks ago, back on Mother's Day weekend, well, so that was like 2 months ago then, Larson basically put a stop to Chastain, and Chastain basically quit his bullshit ever since Larson did that. What Larson did was, Larson basically drove a quarter of a lap, T-boned to Chastain. Teammate William Byron ended up winning. Now let's talk about what he did during the Coke 600. This also made me kind of pissed, primarily because he called Chase Elliott the entitled baby. Let me tell you what he did. He just kept running Chase over. And I might add, in 2017, in 2018, he was running Chase over all the time, I might add. Chase Elliott fans will remember those 2 years very much so, especially the 2017 race at Martinsville. The very first time the Martinsville Speedway had to use their brand new lights. A lot of people aren't going to remember that night. I certainly did. That's the night I really was like, dude, like, why would you do that shit? Like I said, I used to hate the 22, but now I'm getting respect for the 22. It's the 11 I just can't freaking stand anymore. But because during the Coca-Cola 600, Hamlin kept running Chase up the track. I think a few times, Chase actually made contact with the wall because of Hamlin. So Chase decided to put a stop to it and wreck Chase Elliott. No, not wreck Chase Elliott. I meant to say Chase Elliott wrecked Hamlin out of the race and said, "You're gonna try to ruin my day, I'm gonna ruin yours," which is, I would 100% defend Chase Elliott in this situation. You do not do that shit and expect to get away with it. I'm glad that Chase Elliott did something about it. I'm waiting for somebody to do it back to Hamlin. And here's what Hamlin said when they interviewed him on Fox. He should not be racing if he's going to do that shit. I'm like, you literally ran him up the track a number of times during this race. 3 or 4 times, you made him hit the wall. So, if you're going to say that Chase should not be racing next weekend, I don't think you should be racing next weekend if you're going to do that shit. But no, NASCAR decided with Hamlin and told Chase to take another week off after Chase already missed 6 weeks due to injury. Denny Hamlin, if you're watching this, you can go fuck yourself, because you are a fucking entitled baby. Because when you wreck people, it's okay, but when they wreck you back, it's not. You're an entitled baby, you son of a bitch. Okay? That's all I gotta say. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite, be nice, go be awesome, merit, pay no hate. See you later.